Hey Bobcats and yogis, my name is Kay Malik. Today we're going to be doing 60 minutes of Power Vinyasa. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Ohio University virtual fitness live stream. I'm just filling in for Jordan's Fit Flow class just this week, and she'll be back next week. A couple quick things. If you're participating in the NIRSA movement challenge, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that. Make sure after the class you go into your portal and log your hours for this activity. And due to some copyright reasons, I'm not going to be using any music during today's class. So feel free to put on whatever music you like. I tend to prefer an ambient type of music, something with no words for my yoga practice. I personally really like, there's actually a playlist on Spotify called Vinyasa Flow if you have Spotify. Otherwise, you can just play any kind of music or you can practice in silence like I am going to. You don't need anything except your mat today. If you want to have a block nearby, just in case you want to bring the ground closer in some of the postures, you're welcome to. And I don't think I have anything else exciting for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So we'll start with our knees about as wide as the mat. Big toes come to touch. And then just slowly walk your hands forward until your forehead comes to touch the mat. Sink the hips back towards the heels and just start to settle in here. Maybe you rock your head from side to side, massaging your third eye center, the space of intuition and knowledge. And start to bring your awareness into your breath. Just start to notice the natural length and depth of your inhale and your exhale as you come into stillness. And then slowly start to bring some more intention into that breath, starting to draw it deeper into the belly, pausing at the top, holding your lungs full before slowly releasing the exhale. A nice, slow, controlled inhale through the nose. You can open your mouth, sigh it out. Just release anything you may have brought onto your mat today, any worries or tension from today or this week. Just leave it off your mat and start to tap into your breath. One more big belly breath. Slowly exhale it out. Your next inhale lifts you to tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Find a nice long neutral spine. Then we'll take 3 rounds of cat-cow here. So we'll inhale, drop the belly, look up towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, root down through the tops of the feet as you arch the back up towards the ceiling, cat pose. 2 more just like that. Inhale, cow, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, cat, pull the shoulder blades apart. Nice and slow with the flow of your breath. Take 1 more round. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale brings you back to your long neutral spine. Wiggle your fingertips just a couple inches forward. Tuck the toes. Exhale to your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take some breaths here. Maybe you pedal out the feet, working one heel at a time down towards the mat. Maybe you sway the hips from side to side. Or tap your hand to the opposite ankle for a little twist, whatever feels good, before finding some stillness in your down dog. Reaching those heels down towards the mat, yearning the sit bones up towards the sky. We'll begin to connect to our Ujjayi breath here, our victory breath. This is the breath of Power Vinyasa. So we'll release everything from our lungs. Exhale. Inhale through the nose, nice and slow, controlled. Then we'll seal the lips, slight constriction in the back of the throat. Exhale through the nose. Should be nice and audible as you exhale. Again, inhale through the nose, nice and controlled. Exhale through the nose, reach the heels farther down, the sits bones farther up. One more round of Ujjayi breath, connecting to that inner fire. Then we'll inhale to come onto our tippy toes, look towards the top of the mat. Exhale to gently step the feet up to the top of the mat. Feet can come to hips distance. Generous bend in the knees. Let's find a ragdoll here. Reach for opposite elbows and just let your torso rest on your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Really release through the neck here. Find some release in the low back. Exhale to release your hands back down towards the earth. Keep that gentle bend in the knees as you inhale. Roll all the way up to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. Then inhale, circle, sweep the arms out and around. Reach over top. Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands pose. Exhale, drag the hands to heart center. Let the gaze fall closed. Just take a moment here to reconnect to your breath. And if you'd like, you can take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Whatever reason you may have for coming to your mat today, whether it's to find some energetic cleansing or just to get moving, just dedicate your practice wholly to that. Put aside all distractions. Just leave anything that doesn't serve you off your mat today. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms out and around. Urdhva Hastasana, reach up tall. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees. Hands drive through heart center as we forward fold all the way over the legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Fingertips can stay on the ground, or the hands can come to the shins or the thighs to find a nice tall back. Exhale, back to your forward fold. Plant your hands in the mat. Step back to a high plank. Inhale here, lengthen from heel to crown. Shift slightly forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, keeping your elbows tight in towards your ribs. Untuck the toes, root down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift the chest and chin off the mat, using the strength of the back rather than the strength of the arms. Breathe here. Reach out through the crown of your head. Press down through your hip points, through your feet. Lift up through your knees. Exhale, release your forehead, tuck your toes. Inhale, back up through tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths here. And then we'll flow through our Surya Namaskar A 2 more times, this time breath to movement. Last big breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, look forward, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. This time your feet can stay at hips distance, or you can heel toe your feet in so that the toes touch about an inch between your heels. It's up to you. Find your forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, stand tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Lift the ribs off the hips. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees. Hands drag through heart center as we forward fold, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant the hands in the mat, step back to your high plank. On the same exhale, lower either all the way down to your belly or halfway. Take your chaturanga if you choose, or you can stay with the cobra if you lower all the way down. Inhale to an upward facing dog if you took your chaturanga. And exhale from wherever you are, back to downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. One big breath here. And we'll go straight into the last sun salutation A. Inhale, look forward, step forward to the top of the mat. Find a halfway lift, lengthen from tail to crown. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the crown towards the heels. Inhale, stand tall, sweep the arms out and around. Exhale, flat back as you lower, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Create length from tail to crown. Exhale, step or hop back. Lower halfway or all the way. And take your back bend, whether that's cobra or upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. If you'd like to rest in child's pose, you can here. We'll take 5 big breaths before moving into our Surya Namaskar B. Come back to the breath. Notice how the sensations in your body have already changed since the beginning of class. Last round of breath, make it count. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Exhale to step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Again, toes can come to touch, heels about an inch apart. Or if you're taking care of your low back today, you can walk your feet about hips distance apart. Inhale to a halfway lift, look forward. Exhale back to your forward fold, release the head. And this time we'll inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit the hips low, reach the heart and the hands high. Quickly look down, see if you can see all 10 toes. And if you can't quite, just keep sending those hips back, the shins back, sitting a little bit lower in your invisible chair until you can see the toes, and then until you can maybe wiggle them off the ground, sitting your weight back into your heels. Keep reaching up and out of the low back. Keep sitting the hips lower. Exhale the hands to heart center, lean slightly forward, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. You can use your hands to help you get into this one here. And then before you twist completely, look down, make sure that your knees are in line. And if your right knee is dragging back, just gently hug your right hip forward to bring them in line. Then inhale, feel a string pulling out the crown of your head. Exhale, you twist deeper. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Last inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, back through center, chair pose. Keep sitting low. Exhale, hands through heart center, lean forward. Twist to the right, right elbow to the left knee. Again, maybe use your hands to help you twist a little deeper. Make sure your knees are in line. Inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale to twist. Gaze can go up or behind you, wherever it feels comfortable and stable. Final inhale here. Exhale, sit the hips an inch lower. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Feels really good. We'll heel toe the feet out to hips distance here and find Padahastasana, gorilla pose. So we'll slide the palms underneath the feet so that our toes can come over our wrist crease. Maybe give them a little wiggle, just give your wrists a little massage. Inhale, imagine your halfway lift here in the spine. Exhale, forward fold, release, maybe bending through the elbows to find a deeper bend. Deep belly breaths, come back to your Ujjayi. Inhale to a halfway lift, slide your palms out from under your feet. Exhale, plant the hands in the mat, step or hop back, flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Good, right away, inhale to lift the right foot high, three-legged dog. Keep the hips square here so that all 5 of the right toes stay facing the ground. Exhale, hug the right knee into the nose, step the right foot to the right wrist. Inhale, rise tall, crescent lunge, growing strong through the legs. The right knee stacks right over the right heel, and power up through the back leg, sending energy all the way out through the left heel. Good, start to settle in here, grow strong, rooting down through your feet. Final inhale here. Exhale, ground down through the left heel, open up, warrior 2. Right knee still points out and down towards the right toes. The hands come out to a T by the sides, and you send your gaze over your right middle finger. Keep breathing. Last inhale. Last exhale. Flip the right palm, lean slightly forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand sweeps up and overhead, side body stretch as the left hand works down the left leg or binds behind the low back. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the hands around the foot. Step back, flow through your vinyasa, lowering halfway or all the way. Meeting me through your back bend, and then in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right away into the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg high, three-legged dog, keeping the hips square. Exhale, lean forward through your plank, step the left foot to the left wrist. Square off the hips. Inhale, rise tall, crescent lunge. Hug the ribs in to kind of take the back bend out of this posture, and spiral the triceps towards one another. Gently hug the left hip back so that both hip points face the top edge of your mat. Exhale, root down through the right heel, open up, warrior 2. Left knee goes down into the left. Hands are strong out by the side. Send as much energy out through your right fingers as you are through your left. Lean slightly forward, flip the left palm, reach it up and overhead, reverse warrior. Full round of breath here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot, step back, lower halfway or all the way. Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, one cleansing round of breath here before we move through our Sun B. Breath to movement 2 times over. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose, hit the hips low, reach the heart high. Exhale, press the floor away, come to stand, hands to heart center. Once again, inhale, chair pose, sit the hips low, sweep the arms up to the sky. We're gonna skip the twist now. We're gonna exhale, forward fold, straight legs. Inhale to your halfway lift, find length. Exhale, step or hop back, flow through your vinyasa. Right away, inhale, lift the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, lean forward, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Straight away, exhale, warrior two, ground the left heel, gaze over the right middle finger. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Breathe into the right ribs. Exhale, low lunge, frame the foot. Step back, flow through your vinyasa. And again, on the other side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Flow through your vinyasa. Good, one more cleansing round of breath. And our last round, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale to your chair pose. Exhale to Tadasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, Ekapada, left side. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, down dog. Let's take one big inhale together. Exhale, drop the knees, rest in child's pose. Just a few breaths here. Take this opportunity to come back to your intention for practice. To return to your breath. To return to your focus. Inhale to come forward through your tabletop whenever you're ready. Exhale to your down dog. Couple more breaths here. We'll move into our flow. Reconnect to your ujjayi, that seal in the back of your throat. That nice long exhale. Nice and audible. Good. Root down through the left foot. Inhale to lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Again, keeping the hips square towards the mat. Exhale, lean forward, hug the knee into nose, step the right foot to the right thumb. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. You guys know this part. And this is where we'll change. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lean slightly forward, twist to the right, hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. If you'd like here, feel free to drop your back knee. Take more of a restorative posture. This is a really good twist when you drop the back knee. So I find that I like to choose that one. Your inhale lengthens you from tail to crown. Your exhale twists you deeper towards your thumbs. Final inhale. Exhale, release both hands to the inside of your right foot. Go ahead and drop the back knee if you haven't already. And then we'll wiggle the right toes out into the top right corner of our mat. You can stay on the sole of your foot, or if it feels okay, you can slowly roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, letting the right knee kind of point away from you off your mat. This may already be plenty of a stretch for you. You can stay right here. If you'd like to come a little farther, you can move onto your forearms. Take a deeper hip stretch. Another option here is to ground down through the left hand. Reach back with the right hand, maybe kick the left foot, back up into your hand, capture the outer edge of the foot, and take this as a quad stretch, pulling the heel into the glute. Take about 4 breaths wherever you've landed. Really commit to this expression of your posture. Go ahead and release that back foot if you took it. Come back up onto your hands if you're not already there. Bring the right sole of the foot back to the mat. Wiggle the right toes back towards center line. You can frame the foot with your hands once again. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee tall, so you're in a low lunge. And then this is going to be a big transition. We're going to drop the left heel down to the mat. Exhale down into both feet. Right knee stacks over the right ankle. Inhale, tall, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Spiral the arms open and settle down into that bent leg. Look down, make sure you can see your right big toe. And if you can't quite, just keep sending that right knee down into the right until you can. Notice if you're wearing your shoulders like earrings, see if you can release them away. Stay strong, one more round of breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh, or the right hand to the ground, or to a block on the inside of your right foot. The left hand reaches tall overhead to 12 o'clock, or if it feels okay, the left hand can reach over the left ear for a side body stretch. Spiral the left side of the heart open to stack on top of the right, and keep bending into the right knee, sending that right knee down and straight over the right big toe. One more breath here. Inhale, straighten the right leg, lift tall, 5-pointed star. Both feet point towards, are parallel towards the short edge of your mat. I'm facing away from you guys now. And reach out in all 5 directions. Send energy through your fingertips and your toes. And then exhale to hinge at the hips. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Your hands can come to the mat underneath you to support you. You can reach behind you for a shoulder rinse. You have some options here, whatever feels good. This wide-legged forward fold. Good. Inhale, come to a halfway lift, gentle bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way tall, 5-pointed star. Find a nice tall spine. Exhale to turn the right toes towards the top of the mat. Lower the hands to 9 and 3 o'clock. Shift the torso forward, forward, forward. Kick the hips back. And exhale, drop the right hand to a block or to your shin or to the mat. Reaching the left hand up overhead, just like we did in our extended side angle. This time in Trikonasana, triangle pose. And imagine that your body is being pressed between 2 panes of glass. You're trying to become as flat as possible. Your gaze can go down towards your toes or towards the wall on your side, or even up towards your fingers overhead. Whatever brings you stability in this posture. Exhale to send your gaze down towards your toes, gentle bend in the knee. We're going to shift forward, and on an inhale, launch off the back leg for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So we're opening the hips up towards the left side wall here. Left hand can stay on the left hip or reach up towards the sky. Keep a gentle bend in the right knee to keep you supported. And then keep those left toes flexed towards your face. Maybe bring the left heel a little bit forward so that you can see the foot out of the corner of your eye. One more breath wherever you've landed. Exhale to standing splits. Bring the left hand down to the mat. Square the hips off down towards the mat. Keep the left heel lifted. But this time the hips are square. Left toes point down towards the mat. Keep reaching the left heel up, up, up. And then exhale, step the left foot beside the right, forward fold. Good, take a little big breath here. Inhale to chair pose, hips low, heart high, reach up tall. Root down through your right foot, grow strong through all four corners. As you grow light through the left toes, start to lift up out of your left foot. And then we're working towards Garudasana, eagle pose. So we'll wrap the left thigh over the right. And maybe if it's accessible, the left foot behind the right shin. And if that feels okay, you can start to move into eagle arms. Right arm reaches under the left arm. You can either stay here and give yourself a hug or work towards full eagle arms. If you are in those full eagle arms, those elbows reach away from you. Your exhale sits you a little lower. Find one single gazing point to help you find your balance. Last exhale here. Inhale, straighten through the legs, release the arms. Capture the inner edge of the left foot with your left hand. Reach forward with the right hand. Start to kick the left foot back into your left hand for another adjustment, dancer's pose. Leaning forward again, keeping the hips and shoulders square towards the top of your mat. As you kick that left foot back into your hand, find balance. And if you waver or fall, just come right back into it. That's the fun of it. One more inhale here. Exhale to step the left foot beside the right. Hands to heart center, come to Tadasana. We'll take a few rounds of breath to release that side. You can even open your mouth, release the heat through there. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms out and around, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, flat back, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, create length. Exhale, flow through your Vinyasa. Good, one breath in downward facing dog. Straight into our other side. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift the left leg high. Keep the hip square. Exhale, shift forward, left foot to left thumb. Low lunge. Inhale, rise tall, crescent lunge. We won't stay here long. Exhale, hands through heart center, lean forward. Twist to the left, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And again here, really good option to drop the back knee here. Find a little bit of a deeper twist. Inhale, string pulls out through the crown of your head. Exhale, twists you deeper towards your thumbs. Notice the way your breath moves through the body in this twisted position. Exhale to drop both hands to the inside of the left foot. Go ahead and drop the back knee if you haven't already. Wiggle the left toes out to the top left corner of your mat. Stay right here on your hands. Maybe you drop to your forearms, or if you'd like to take the twist and the heart opener, right hand reaches down into the mat, left hand circles up and back to capture the outer edge of the right foot. Maybe choosing to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, letting the knee splay out for a little bit more hip opening. And if you are taking that quad stretch, using your exhale to drag that heel closer in towards the glute, and to spin the shoulders a little bit more open towards the sky. Breathe into the areas of your body that are experiencing sensation here. Exhale, release the back foot if you took it. Come back up onto your hands if you're not already there. Wiggle the left toes back towards midline. Frame the foot. Lift the back knee off the mat. Drop the right heel down to the ground. Keep the left knee stacked over the left ankle. Exhale into all four corners of both feet. Inhale, spiral up tall. Virabhadrasana 2. Just a few breaths here. Find your nice hip opening stance. Feel strong like a warrior here. Exhale, Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. Reach forward, rest your forearm on your knee, or the left hand to the mat or block. Right hand reaches up overhead, or maybe over the ear for a side body stretch. Breathe into the ribs as you spiral the right side of the heart up to the sky and ground down through the outer right edge of your foot. Your right foot, that is. Last inhale. Your exhale grounds you down through both feet. Your inhale lifts you tall, 5-pointed star. Toes point towards the screen or away from the screen, parallel to the short edge of the mat. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Again, taking whatever variation calls to you here. Maybe if you have an inversion practice, you can move into that now. You can try a twist, reaching one hand to the opposite ankle, or just take a traditional forward fold, whatever feels good. Make sure you're not locking out through your knees, and you're lifting up through the arches in your feet. And last breath here. Inhale to your halfway lift, gentle bend in the knees. Exhale to rise, 5-pointed star. Inhale here, send energy out through all of your extremities. Exhale, turn the left toes towards the top of the mat. Right toes stay parallel with the short edge of the mat. Tick-tock the hands down to 9 and 3. And then reach forward, forward, forward. Kick the hips back, back, back. Tick-tock the hands to 6 and 12 until the hand comes to the shin or the mat or a block. Again, gaze can be down towards the toes, anywhere up on the side wall, all the way up to the right fingers. You sparkle your fingers up top. Exhale, send your gaze down towards the mat, towards your toes. Bend into the knee, and your inhale launches your back leg off the mat. Again, right hand can stay on the right hip or reach up towards the sky as the right heel lifts up in line with the torso, spiraling the hips open towards the right side body. Find at least a moment of stability here. If you fall out, just come right back in. You're allowed to laugh at yourself. Last breath here. Exhale, drop the right hand to the mat, square off the hips. Standing splits, keep lifting the right heel up, up, up. Hips in line. Again, think of your body as a lever. As you lift your heel up, your head reaches closer towards your left toes. Final inhale lifts your right heel 1 more inch higher. Exhale, bend the knee, step the right foot next to the left foot, forward fold. Just hang limp for a moment. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, hips low, heart high. This time we'll go strong through our left foot, start to grow light through our right toes, lift up, wrap the right thigh around the left, maybe the right toes around the left shin. And if that feels okay, right arm under left, give yourself a big hug, or find your full eagle arms. Exhale to sit your hips a little lower. Keep your gaze forward, reach your elbows away from you. Squeeze everything in towards midline, activate your core. Inhale to lift up and out of your seat. Release the arms, capture the right inside edge of your foot with your right hand. Kick the right foot back as you reach forward with the left hand, dancer's pose. Last inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot down beside the left, hands to heart center. Take a few deep breaths. And we'll take one more balance pose today. We'll start again on our right side. Ground down strongly through your right foot. Feel yourself rooting down through all 4 corners. Lift your left knee up into your chest. And then you can use your hand to bring the left foot to the inside of your right thigh for tree pose vrikshasana. You can also stay at your shin or even with your toes on the ground. Just make sure you're not resting your foot on the knee. Good, and then if that feels okay, hands can stay at heart center, or maybe they reach out by the side, growing your branches out long, or even overhead. I'm looking at a single steady gazing point. You can use your inhale to bring your knee in towards your center line and then drop it back down. Shake it out. Good, and then grow strong through your left foot, rooting down through all 4 corners, lifting up through the heel, or through the arch, Lift your right knee up into your chest, and then use your hand to bring it either to your thigh, to your calf, or to the ground, whatever feels good today. And then if this feels really stable, maybe you start to experiment with your balance here. Maybe you start to send your gaze up overhead. Notice how you become more wobbly. Or maybe even try to close your eyes. And if you fall, that's the best part. That means you're really practicing. One more big round of breath. Inhale to drag your knee back towards center and drop it down. Feet by the side, shake it out one more time. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, circle, sweep your arms out and around. Exhale, drag the hands down the midline as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, lean back in downward facing dog. Good, inhale, come onto your tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, jump forward to a seat. However that ends up working out. And then go ahead and lean straight back. Lift the shins and the feet off the mat. Shins can stay parallel to the mat, or you can reach the legs long, whatever feels good. Hands out by the sides, sternum pulling in towards your knees for 5 breaths, Navasana, bridge pose. Keeping that Ujjayi breath, those inhales and exhales through the nose. 3 more breaths. Keep lifting up out of the low back, finding a tall spine. 2 more. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale, roll over the ankles. Chaturanga Dandasana, take that upward facing dog to release the belly. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just 1 breath here. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Yep, we're just gonna hang out right here. This is the best part. Keep your right hand rooted down in the mat. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Stack the left foot on top of the right. Reach the left hand high, side plank. Keep lifting the hips up and away from the mat. Exhale, high plank, come back through center. Then the left hand roots down, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Right hand reaches high. Vashisthasana, second side. Imagine your whole body is a rainbow arcing away from the mat. Exhale, hand to the mat. Lower all the way to your belly. Rest your left ear on the mat, hands by the sides. Just relax. Good, bring your chin to center. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Round down through the tops of the feet. Inhale to lift up, cobra pose. Again, like we did at the beginning of class, using the strength of the back rather than the arms or the hands to lift you. Even see if you can lift your hands off the mat and stay where you are. That's a challenge. Activating those back muscles kind of as a counteraction to our core stretches, our planks, and our boat poses. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, release the right ear to the mat, hands by the sides, relax. Inhale, your chin to center, hands underneath the shoulders. You can stay with your cobra, or if you'd like to take a little bit deeper of a back bend, you can start to press your weight into your hands now to come up into a larger cobra or even a seal. Keeping the legs rested on the mat, unlike our upward facing dog. This time really using our upper back and our hands to find this back stretch. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the shoulder blades together. Keep a gentle bend in the elbows. Release through the legs. 1 more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower to the mat. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and flip sunny side up onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Drop the left foot down to the mat. Bring your right foot to your left knee and let the right hip fall open, figure 4 stretch. This may already feel like a really good stretch. You can stay right here, keeping the right toes activated to protect the knee. Or if you'd like some more, you can interlace your hands behind the left hamstring Start to pull the whole unit in towards your torso. Again, staying really active through the right foot to protect our joints. Starting to wind down here, you can start to release the Ujjayi breath. Start to come back to a more natural rhythm in the breath. Exhale, release the left foot down to the mat. Bring the right foot off the left knee. And then we'll switch sides. So the left foot comes to the right knee now. Left hip falls open. And at first, just take a moment. Notice how your body may be asymmetrical, right? So how this hip may feel really different than the last hip. And then proceed accordingly. So if this already feels like enough of a stretch, you can stay right here. Again, activate through the left toes. Or you can clasp your hands behind the right hamstring. Pull both legs in towards your chest. Maybe using the left elbow to gently push the left hip a little bit more open. Exhale to slowly lower the right foot down to the mat. Release the left foot down. And again, we'll hug our knees into our chest. Extend the heels up towards the ceiling or the sky for legs up the wall pose. So you can take a moment here to find a spot where your legs kind of just float, maybe closer in towards you or closer to 90 degrees in your hips. Just looking for a gentle bend in the knees, somewhere where the legs will just float. Sort of restore the circulation back to our upper body. And then we'll take happy baby. Reach the arms on the insides of the knees. Capture the outsides of the ankles or the feet. And pull the knees down towards the armpits as the soles of the feet shine up towards the sky. Ananda Balasana. Some people call it happy baby. Other people call it dead bug. You can decide for yourself what it feels like, I guess. Maybe you straighten one leg and then the other. Maybe you can rock side to side if that feels appropriate. Just taking some gratuitous moments now, indulging the body, whatever it's asking for. And then we'll hug the knees back in towards center. Arms out to a T by the sides. Drop both knees over to the left, supine twist. Keep the right shoulder grounded in the mat and gently send the gaze over the right fingers. Slowly bring the right knee back up towards center, followed by the left. You can gently recenter the hips before dropping the knees over to the right. And this time the left shoulder stays grounded in the mat. Gaze follows the left hand. Inhale to drag the left knee back towards center, and then the right. If you have any other movements that you'd like to take here before your final rest, feel free to do so. And when you're ready to rest, you can exhale to release everything down to the mat. Feet come as wide as the mat, maybe even wider. Hands by the sides, palm up. If you like, you can shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you for a little gentle heart opening here. And then just surrender down into your mat. Release any remaining bits of tension, any breath restraint you may still be holding. Just take rest. Start to bring your awareness back into your breath. Allowing the inhale to travel all the way into your belly. Let the belly rise with the shape of your breath. And as the prana, as the life force seeps back in, you can start to bring movement into your fingers and your toes. Your ankles, your wrists. Begin to rock your head from side to side. And whenever you're ready, you can inhale to reach the hands up and overhead for a good morning stretch. Using your arm as a pillow, bring your feet up to the mat and roll over onto your right side to a supported fetal position. Just take a moment here to allow the effects of your practice to wash over you, to reconnect to your intention, to notice how your body and your breath and your mind feel different than when we began class. Whenever you're ready to move into the rest of your day, you can gently begin to press up to a tall cross-legged seat, keeping your gaze closed. Bring the hands together. Bring the thumbs to your third eye center to remind yourself to have clear and loving thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your mouth to remind yourself to have clear and loving communications. And bring your thumbs to your heart to remind yourself to have clear and loving intentions. Thumbs once more to our third eye center. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and doing some yoga with me today. I had a wonderful time. So like I said, my name is Kaya. I normally teach yin yoga at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays and Wednesdays on the schedule. And this week I'll also be subbing in for Jordan's Fit Flow on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like this class, make sure you tune in on Thursday. Again, if you're participating in the NIRSA Movement Challenge, make sure that you log your hours after class. And please check out all of our other offerings and our resources on our website. Please stay healthy and active, everyone, and take care, Bobcats. Brother.